Great crowds accompanied Jesus on his way, and he turned and spoke to them. If any man comes to me without hating his father, mother, wife, children, brothers, sisters, yes, and his own life too, he cannot be my disciple. Anyone who does not carry his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. And indeed, which of you here, intending to build a tower, would not first sit down and work out the cost to see if he had enough to complete it? Otherwise, if he laid the foundation and then found himself unable to finish the work, the onlookers would all start making fun of him and saying, "Here is a man who started to build and was unable to finish." Or again, what king marching to war against another king would not first sit down and consider whether with 10,000 men he could stand up to the other who advanced against him with 20,000? If not, then while the other king was still a long way off, he would send envoys to sue for peace. So in the same way, none of you can be my disciple unless he gives up all his possessions. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
What Jesus wants us to do is very simple. Prioritize your faith and believe in God. That's it. But God would expect more from all of us. That is a continuous, life-changing commitment that must take precedence in our own lives, only if we choose to do so. So if you look at the gospel today, we have Jesus telling us to hate your father, hate your mother, brother, sister, so that you can follow him. I think when we read the first time, we will say, Jesus is not a very nice man, asking us to hate our own family members. But if you look deeply into the gospel, it does not literally mean that we hate them. No. But Jesus wants to make us understand that in order to follow Christ, it demands a heart that is fully devoted. That is what it means. So before following Jesus, we need to reflect on a few things. One is your intention real in following Jesus? Or your following Jesus is to gain what I want? That I will tell people I follow Christ, so I want to be popular. Or do we follow Christ because we actually fell in love with him? That we want to be part of God? So there are two questions that I present to you now. If you have decided to follow Jesus, if you have decided to do a ministry in church, will your commitment be half-hearted or full-hearted? The second question is, will you abandon God or your ministry when something happens? Because we lost trust in God. We lost our faith in him. Because we tend to fall into that trap. Now, I want to tell you that following Jesus is never an easy and simple choice. Because to follow Jesus, you've got a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, a lot of challenges. These trials, challenges, etc., there is a purpose in it, so that we can embrace what's in the future, which is ahead of us. Are we prepared to move forward as a Christian when we are challenged by just being Christian? So there's a bigger question for you now is, are you willing to make that sacrifice? If you have made the decision to follow Christ, then our relationship with God is what gives us significance, importance, and the acknowledgement that we are Christians. We hold our identity. We hold our faith with a lot of perseverance. So, I always tell people, we always have choices. So what is your choice from today onwards?